Hey, welcome to this Spiral video. My name is Sarah Powell from the University of Texas at Austin. Today, our focus is on computation, and here we're going to think about subtraction. And within subtraction, we are going to think about the traditional algorithm, which is probably how most of us learn to subtract in schools, and it's how many students still subtract in schools today. So with our traditional algorithm, we're going to solve this problem here, 818 minus 349. When we think about the traditional algorithm, we're going to think about subtracting from the least place value to the greatest place value. So in this problem, and it may be different in other problems, but the least place value is the ones column. So today, we're going to start there. And we're going to solve this problem in two different ways. First with manipulatives, and second with our paper and pencil. Let's go ahead and get out our place value discs to solve this problem using the traditional algorithm. So here's our problem, 818 minus 349. I'm first going to show the top number, which is actually technically called the minuend. So we're going to show this minuend with our base 10 blocks. So my minuend has 8 hundredths, so I'll go ahead and get those out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So here I have 8 hundredths. My minuend has 1 10, and my minuend has 8 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right, so I've shown 818. Now with the traditional algorithm, we're going to take away from this minuend, and we're going to start in the ones place. So first I'm going to take away or subtract 9 ones. Well, here I see that I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 ones. It's really difficult to subtract 9 ones if you only have 8 ones. So what we can do is we can regroup. So I can say that I know that this 10 is equivalent to 10 ones. I'll go ahead and get those out in my hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm going to regroup these, this 110 for 10 ones, and I'm going to go ahead and add my ones right over here. Now if I'm doing that here, that means that I regrouped. I now have 0 tens, but then when I added those 10 ones, I now have 18 ones, and I could count them quickly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. There we go. So now I definitely have enough ones to subtract those 9 ones. Let's go ahead and subtract those 9 ones by subtracting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So how many ones are remaining? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 18 minus 9 is 9. Now I'm going to go and subtract the tens, but oh my goodness, I don't see that there are any tens there. So we can do the same thing. We can regroup. 100 is equivalent to 10 tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm going to go ahead and regroup that 100 for 10 tens. Now I look and I say, oh, I have to subtract 4 tens. I definitely have enough tens to subtract 4 tens, so I'll go ahead and subtract 4 tens. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many tens are remaining? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, I'll go ahead and write my 6 right there. And then I need to go to the hundreds column. I need to subtract 3 hundredths. I have, at this point, oh my gosh, you know what I forgot to show? I forgot to show that regrouping, because now I have 7 hundredths, and then I had 10 tens, and I subtracted those 4 tens, so now I have 6 tens. So then now I need to subtract my 3 hundredths. 1, 2, 3. How many hundredths are remaining? 4. I'll go ahead and write my 4 right there. So when I had 818 and I subtracted 349, when I did all of that with my place value discs, my difference is 469. Now let's see what that looks like when we're not using manipulatives and when we're just using our paper and our pencil. Now let's subtract using the traditional algorithm, and let's do our subtraction right here. The traditional algorithm tells us to start in the least place value, In this problem, the least place value is the ones column. So I'm going to subtract 8 minus 9. If I have 8 ones, it's pretty difficult to subtract 9 ones, especially if I'm not thinking about negative integers just yet. So what we can do is regroup. I can go to the tens and I can say, well, I know that 1 10 is equivalent to 10 ones. So I'm going to regroup. I'm going to usually cross this out. Now, if I regrouped 1 10, I now have 0 tens remaining. But then I bring those 10 ones to this one, these 8 ones. And so now I don't have just 8, I have 18. And then I can subtract very easily. 18 minus 9 is 9. So I'll go ahead and write my 9 right there below the equal line. Now let's go to the tens. I have to subtract 4 tens, but that's tricky to do if I have 0 tens. So we can regroup from the hundreds column. I'm going to go ahead and regroup one of these hundreds, so that would leave me with 7 hundreds. And then when I regroup those, I could write my 1 there, or I could cross that out and write 10 above that. But I add those 10 tens to the 0 tens, so now we have 10 tens. So then I ask myself, well, what is 10 minus 4? Well, 10 minus 4 is 6. So we have 6 tens. And then I think about 7 hundreds minus 3 hundreds, or 7 minus 3. 7 minus 3 is 4, so I'll go ahead and write my 4 right there. So the difference between 818 and 349 is 469. Thank you for tuning in to this spiral video. Check out some of our other computation videos where we focus on addition, other ways to subtract, multiplication, and division. See you soon.